Good afternoon, everybody. I hope it's a good, wonderful, decent Monday. We're going to kick off things the right way this Monday with some jiu-jitsu. That's how my morning started. Got up and had some Earl Grey tea, and that was good with some caffeine. And then took my supplements and then went on to jiu-jitsu and then went and did some handyman work around the house with some friends. And then I'm here now having a discussion with you about this very particular subject. Is it a hate crime if someone else calls someone else a name that they don't like? What if that name relates to their sexual orientation? Is that a hate crime for them to call them a name? Is it wrong for universities to have places built and designed specifically for people who literally are being so verbally attacked that they don't feel safe? Is it wrong for organizations to pander, I guess, or placate to the wishes of individuals that want these types of things? Is it wrong to ask for a safe space? For someone to ask for a safe space, is that wrong? I mean, the answer to all these these questions obviously is no, they're not wrong. But I think it's peculiar and interesting when you necessarily force someone else to do what you want or to view things the way you want them. I used to do that a lot. I used to be involved with an organization a cult is the best definition of this group. But that's sort of a lot of what we did. We used to try to convince people that we were right through bullying tactics. Right? We used to use physical tactics. Not necessarily physical, but they were physical. We would never harm anyone or put our hands on anyone, but we were bullies. That's what we were. We were bullies. We would use our words and our actions to bully people into either doing what we want or viewing things our way, and that was wrong for us to do that. Now, some of my views from that period of time in my life have not changed. A lot of them have still stayed the same, but some of them have sort of morphed into a hybrid of others, and some have been left to the wayside. But the primary reason I left that organization was related to the fact that they were bullies. They were bullies. They were pushing people around with their words. So I know what it's like to be the victimizer in that regard. I also know what it's like to be victimized. I've personally experienced things like that where I'm in a social setting and I'm getting made fun of, or I'm in a some kind of a place and somebody's singling me out or making me feel bad. It sucks. I don't like it. It's not fun. But it's not a crime. It's not a crime. And I don't think it's okay to say it's wrong either. I don't think it's wrong. It's not fun for me. I don't enjoy it when I'm the focus of it. But it's not. There's no moral compass that we can look to say, well, that's really wrong, Tim. Isn't that wrong? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't be comfortable with saying that it's right, but I definitely am not comfortable saying that it should be illegal. So, should it be illegal for someone to call someone else gay? What if they're really gay? What if you don't know? Well, does it really matter? Should it matter? I don't know, man. I don't know. I was listening to this podcast from Tom Segura, and he was talking about words and how words, shouldn't matter as much as they do, but the fact is they do. And, Louis C.K. has done a bit about words, and there's a lot of comedians that have done, actually there's a lot of commentators that have done bits and pieces and talked a lot about this very subject, and the views are all over the spectrum. You've got people who are saying it doesn't matter what you say, and then there's the other side of the people that say it matters absolutely what you say. It's life or death, And I find myself somewhere sort of in the middle, but where I can honestly say beyond a shadow of a doubt I will not be in the middle on is, should it be illegal to say blank or blank or blank? And the answer is no, it shouldn't be. You should be able to look at anyone you want, at any given time you want, and say anything you want. You should be allowed to do that. You're capable of doing that. Why shouldn't you be allowed to do it? Now, that logic doesn't go too far, because a lot of people are capable of murder and shouldn't murder. right? So it's easy to say, well, that's just a dumb argument, Tim, because that doesn't make any sense. Well, actually, it does make sense, and here's why. If it doesn't physically harm another person, physically, I wonder if it's good to call it a crime. Now, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's crazy talk, right? But it just seems to me to be just sounds coming out of your mouth in a certain, you know what I mean? And your tongue and your mouths are shaped in a certain direction and way, and that's just it. I mean, you're not striking anyone. And I mean, I will say there's a measure of threatening. Okay, so if you threaten someone, that's a little bit different. A promise of violence can be just as intimidating as violence. So I guess words do matter in that regard. I just don't know where you draw the line, man. I can't figure it out. I was talking to a friend who's going to college. He's taking some courses, and he was telling me how they have a safe space at Metro Community College. These rooms, these special rooms that are safe spaces for people who feel whatever. And I don't know. I wonder if that's good. Seems like giving people who need space the space they need is good. That's good. That's not up to question at all, in my opinion. What is up to question is should a university, should a public facility, or even a private facility for that matter, should they necessarily be expected to placate to the wishes of people who are afraid of being verbally assaulted? I don't know. It seems like if there's a crime, then the police should be involved, right? You see,